This is the sled part of this item, and this actually is a sled that actually slides on the table that we put on the bandsaw. You can either do it freehand, or you can actually add and screw in the little runner, and now you could put it in a T-slot in the table, and now it's a miter gauge. The other item is that you can actually put something on top and pivot on the pivot points, or slide something forward. And here's a measuring tape for your indicator for your vertical. The other items are small little clamps that you use a T-bolt, bolt it down so you can actually clamp something any direction you want. Okay, we have our table. It's secured to the bandsaw table, and it actually wiggles the whole bandsaw. It's so tight. So it's not moving anywhere. It's centered on your edge of your blade. But now we're going to talk about the sled. The sled can be used just as an independent. You can clamp something on here, mount something on here at an angle or whatever you want, and follow your own line and just use it freehand either on this table or your own bandsaw table. Or you can actually mount a guide runner on the underside, and now it can follow and use as a miter gauge. So I have one already done. I've already mounted the guide runner into the last dado, and now it slides without tilting and follows your T-track. So now you can actually cut something just like a miter gauge. This will be 90-degree cut. This is 90 degree. We already know it's the line here is parallel to its cut. This is 90. So now you can trust it. So you can actually set other things on here as a guide and repeat any cut you want many times. So this can be done. Let's say we just want to cut the end off. Well, here's your miter gauge, and now you know it's going to be 90 degrees when you get it all cut. So let's just cut one. Hang on to it. And, you know, maybe it's a stop cut. You don't want to cut all the way through it. And now you have a nice cut. You cut all the way through it and do what you want. But if you want stuff that's repeatable, you can actually put your clamps on here and follow something by making your own little tiny jig as a stop. So you can move this, you decide where you want your cut to be, and now you can repeat an action of however you want it cut. Let's say you wanted a line across there, and you wanted 5 or 10 of them exactly the same. Maybe you're making another jig or something. Doesn't matter. Use your little clamps that came with your carriage. Tighten your jig down or your stop down. So, I didn't over tighten these. Now you have a stop, and you can do anything you want. You can make your own items depending on what your application is. So now I'm going to cut an angle on this, whatever that angle I predetermined was. But I'm leaving it up to you and your own imagination and your own application of what you want to do. But now I'm cutting a straight cut on it. I can put another piece on there and do the same thing. So you can make up your own. And do as many as you want. And you can get the same cut. That's just using the sled all by itself.